So I just felt as though I made those steps towards cheating.
Yeah.
Instead of just pulling back.
Right.
And that's on me.
Never thinking about my ex-girls, dreaming with my next. You ain't gotta stress, girl, you know you the best, girl. Go and get some rest, girl. World coming from my neck, don't talk that sass, girl. You the star up on the set, you the sun inside my sky, you the fruit inside my eyes. See right through the board, pick the truth right out my lies. Know my actions two-tone, your compassion's too strong.
Do you think you would be able to be in a long-distance relationship?
So initially, I thought I could be in a long-distance relationship, but at this point in life, I don't think so. And we can thank 90 Day Fiancé for that. But I just feel like long-distance relationship, it probably can work for some people, but I don't think that'll be able to work for me. Because I just feel like that takes like a lot of trusting. You have to be really like trustworthy. You just have to have a strong mindset because you don't know what that person is doing. That just takes a lot of work. I don't think that I'll be. I don't think that's something that I'm willing to put effort into to do so. In high school, I guess I considered myself doing a long distance relationship, and that was just like a city away, and that really didn't work out too well for me. So yeah, now that I'm an adult doing a long distance relationship, especially like with a person in a different country, no, I don't see myself doing that at all. Too many scammers out here.
I've been in a long distance relationship and it was tough. I think mostly because I was very naive at the time. Like I was mostly in my teens, so I was very young. And she stayed in Atlanta and I was in New Orleans. So I think the biggest problem was when you're with the person, you feel as though this feeling is gonna last forever. This won't change. And even though we have all these miles in between us, as long as we're on the phone, FaceTime, we can go to sleep on the phone with each other, that connection will stay strong. But being around so many different temptations, pretty much. Whenever you're around temptations at a young age and just having that long distance between the actual person you're committed to, I feel as though that was the biggest problem that could keep something from working. Because whatever you're not getting from that person that isn't immediately able to get to you or have that physical connection with, you could find yourself having that with someone else at any spontaneous time. And I feel as though that's the biggest problem with long distance relationships. But now, me and you both being adults, and our relationship that we have and us having the ultimate commitment to each other, I can see us making it work, like regardless of anything like that. But outside of our marriage, I wouldn't see just like a regular girlfriend-boyfriend type relationship working long distance, just from my own prior experiences.
I feel like, once again, we have the foundation that I spoke about. I feel like we have that laid. But just to have like a regular old boyfriend-girlfriend relationship, you know, like somebody that you're getting to know. And that's another thing. I feel like if you don't even know that person, like let's say somebody you met online, I feel like it's harder to have a online relationship with them because you don't know, they could be leading a whole nother life.
Exactly.
Wherever they're at. And to piggyback off what you said with the long distance relationship between you and the girl in Atlanta, yeah, I feel like you just don't know what that person is doing. Like you even yourself, like it's just hard.
Like you don't know what you may be, right. Like where your headspace may be like tomorrow, you know?
Yeah.
And I think like you said, with other people, like scammers and stuff like that, it's so easy to like put up a certain persona, persuade someone that you're this type of person, right, when they're not physically with you on a day-to-day, right, basis, and you're able to see them in the hard times or the times when everything
you
may be going well. You only see them
when everything is good,
exactly. Or
they might be having a bad day, but you're not going to get the full
You're not there
brunt
with
of it, exactly.
You're not sharing that same space with that person.
Right, to see how they get when they're angry, when they're upset, when they're hurt. You don't see half of that stuff. That's crazy. Yeah, but hey, it must work for some. Yeah. What is your definition of cheating and why?
My definition of cheating is, I might sound crazy, but I feel as though any connection outside of your relationship with anyone that you're physically attracted to, and you may find yourself tempted to do something that would be considered cheating. If you text someone and you know that you may fall down that rabbit hole towards cheating, or if you are flirting with someone and you may fall down that rabbit hole, any type of temptation that you have in the back of your mind where your conscience is telling you, don't do it, stay away from that person, don't flirt with that person, I feel as though once you make those steps towards that and just ignoring your conscience, I feel as though those are already steps towards cheating.
Okay, so my definition of cheating is if you wouldn't do it when your partner is around. So if you wouldn't talk to her the way you would talk to her if I'm not around, if you wouldn't text her the way that you're going to text her if I'm not around, then don't do it. You're cheating. Yeah, that's pretty much it. So if you don't feel comfortable doing it when your partner is there, you are cheating.
Sir, this nigga spitting.
Like, if you feel like you like that person, and it could be like a friend, anything, I feel like you need to know when to like draw the line or put up some type of boundary, because it is easy to slip up. So like, why put yourself in that type of predicament? But yeah, cheating could be just going out with somebody on a date, kissing someone, hugging someone. It's all the way that you do stuff. And I feel like in your mind, like you know what it is. I feel like people know what they're cheating when they say, "Oh, I don't know, it just happened." No, it didn't happen. Like something led up to that. Yeah.
Back to my relationship with my long distance relationship with the girl in Atlanta. I think even though I wouldn't consider that, like I said, I see us as my only true relationship. Back whenever I was dating her, or whatever that conversation was from long distance, I think that would be considered cheating, because whenever me and her were talking, I kissed another girl. I was in high school.
That's definitely cheating. Absolutely.
I kissed another girl, and I think that I put myself in that predicament because I let this one chick just. I think that we got too close, and I felt as though just talking on the phone on a day-to-day basis with her wasn't cutting it. And I just found myself going down that rabbit hole, like we just said. I just started talking to another female that was just more friendly, but I did have that physical attraction towards her. And after, like, we used to ride the bus and everything with together and sit in the same seats. So I just felt as though I made those steps towards cheating.
Yeah.
Instead of just pulling back.
Right.
And that's on me. So I look at all my prior experiences, all my prior relationships as just a learning.
Yeah, that's what they are, learning experiences, yeah.
And now I'm an adult. I feel as though like I'm a man now. I'm able to take like full responsibilities of the things I did in my past, because I know I won't do it going forward.
Right.
Do you consider our relationship a byproduct of that rabbit hole? Our friendship that became more than that while you were in a relationship?
Well, I guess I did a couple of wrongdoings. Yeah, I didn't think about it as us. I didn't think about it as our relationship. But yeah, I guess so. But I mean, yeah, it was. If I think about my definition of what I feel is cheating, yeah, because I just should have never been talking to you. But I thought you really was gonna be a friend. I really did.
Yeah, like you really didn't have any intentions on
I
going
didn't.
that far. You just was enjoying my company pretty much.
Right. I really was. But now in high school, that was a different story, because I knew how I felt about a certain person, but I still put myself in that predicament. I mean, yeah, but. And I always was like, oh no.
You was like, yeah, you're a cheater.
I'm like, no, I'm not. But yeah, kind of. Yeah. But I mean, you know, you young.
Those are learning experiences.
It was a learning experience, definitely. Yeah. It definitely was.
I think my biggest compromise would probably be my space, because even though I have brothers and sisters, I was raised as the only child, so I would consider myself very spoiled in a way. So before we moved in together, it was just like us being on the phone, and now that we actually have to share physical space, I think I have to make sure that I'm setting time aside just so that me and you could build our own connections and keep our connection strong, as well as have my time to myself where I can just like you said, play the game, draw and stuff just for my own mental just meditation. And whenever you're used to just having everything within your own space, no one invading your privacy, you can have stuff wherever you want it. My biggest compromise would probably be just my organizational skills when it comes to having that time for us prepared to the side, or just having that already down packed for whenever we want to spend that time watching a movie, just chill, or go do something, go on a date or something like that, or just having that time, like also having that time for myself, so that I won't become too burnt out within the relationship, you know?
So I couldn't think of anything at that time, but you are definitely right. That's a compromise. Space. I forgot about that. Like, yeah, it was very hard at first because you are definitely not organized.
Alright, not too much.
You say
I
chaotic.
do things on my own time. I put stuff up in my own time, and you want things, soon as it's out of order, you want it put up right then and there.
Yes, because there's no need for this to stay laid out from 2 o'clock to 7 o'clock, and then it goes to be put up. It doesn't need to be there. And then, right, that's what you do. You would add more stuff on top of it. Correct. Anything else you would like to say?
I would just like to say that I love you, and I know that there's been times in our relationship where we have walked on the edge of just giving up, but look at us now.
Yeah.
Even though each one of our different talking points that we ran into, we've been through them all in our relationship, except for like the cheating one.
Oh yeah.
But everything else we face, and we've learned from those situations, and that helps us in the future.
Right.
And that helped us get to the point where we are now, to the point where we able to communicate, we able to give each other space, we're able to understand our commitment to each other even over long distances.
Right. See when we're wrong. You
Yeah.
want to be stubborn.
Exactly.
Yeah. And communication is key.
Exactly.
Yeah, we're able to see all of that now. I love you too.
Never thinking about my ex girls, dreaming with my next. You ain't gotta stress, girl. You know you.